Hello and welcome to the program. Thanks for joining us. What a week in the markets. As you can see here, we have the S&P SPY up here, which represents the S&P 500, and is a weekly chart. And we zoom in here, and we had a red week. Earnings came out. Some were good, some were fair, but future expectations were a little slim. And if you notice, the 10-year yield has been all over the place this week. Let's see. Oh, what happened here? Okay, let's go to the 5-day chart here. So back on Tuesday, we had yields down at like 3.95, all the way up to 4.20, 4.20. So that's pretty volatile. And somebody came in here today and bought the debt. So we want to watch these spikes. If it spikes up really aggressive, and without pulling back like this, it's gonna be trouble in the markets. But here we go. Let's close that out. Oops. Just wanted to let you guys know, we'd appreciate your support. Subscribe to the channel. We're looking for 100 subscribers is our goal. Also click the like button, helps get the videos out there, so I appreciate that. So here we are, back to the SPY. Last week we said we wanted to see if we could stay in the range of 451 to 461. It did not. It broke below 451 this week. So it's as long if we can stay above 431 for consolidation, especially through the month of August and September, which is usually weak months out of the year, that definitely would look bullish to make new highs. Because things don't always just go straight up like this. We need a pullback. A little pullback here. It's healthy, especially if you want to have a nice bullish market here. So it does trigger a change in the trend. There's no doubt about it. So the signals, but you know what? When you think about it, we're not too far off from this. Let's draw a little trend line here. Well, so you really want to touch all the candles. I mean, we're still within a nice trend here. Let's see something here. Make an adjustment from here. Yeah, so look, it can pull back. We got room for pull back to at least 438. Okay, 438 would be a nice area to hold. To hold that support trend. So that's how it looks. I'll show you that on a daily chart here. So here was the week right here. Look at these big drop offs. A little bit of a gap here, but big red day today. Gapped up overnight. So we'll have to see what happens now. Go back to the weekly charts. Take a look at the QQQ. Okay, pretty much the same as the S&P 500. These two follow each other very closely. Some of the companies are mixed in the same indices. So it pulled back to 371. What's that tell us? That could be a range of support. I don't know. 360 would be a nice range of support. We would not like to see it go below that. Again, a nice little pullback is healthy if we're going to continue for new highs. Just can't go straight up. Markets like to go up in steps, but they take the elevator down. So, there was a lot of pressure. Interest rates went up. We did have some good earnings, but some of the next 3 months to 6 month outlook is a little weak. That's going to affect tech. There's no doubt about it. Daily chart drop off today is very just like the S&P 500. Plus there's going to be profit taking. You're not going to avoid it. Now Amazon, after reporting earnings, boy, they shot straight up. Let me show you this to say on a 15-minute chart. So there they go. Support earnings came out after hours. Market went huge move. 129 to 137. That's bad. It's an 8-point move, and then already up to 142, and it's holding that area too, by the way, down to 139. So that was pretty impressive. What else should we take a look at here? We'll put this on a 30-minute chart. AMD, huge drop off this week. You know, the earnings came out, yeah, it wasn't bad. They beat estimates, but their outlook was a little slim, so it dropped off pretty aggressive there. Apple, same deal. They really took a hit. Earnings weren't bad, but a lot of their money came from services, not necessarily the products. So they really sold off after hours. Look, it went up, how volatile it was. 195 down to 185, 10-point move with just in like 10 minutes. And then continued to sell off today, down to 182. So let's take a look at Meta's been doing well. They gapped up last week. We want to look at something else here. Let's see what we got here. Nvidia, they're holding this range, 439, which is pretty good. I mean, that's a high range. And that was the previous, high over here. Now it's become support. We do have what's called like a double bottom test here, pretty much. But it is a little bit a lower low here. So we are getting lower lows and lower highs. We'll have to see what happens with that. Microsoft, they dropped off pretty significant as well after earnings. Let's see what else we got here for you guys. Netflix, did we cover that? No, well, yeah, that was last week, so. And people want a Tesla. Well, Tesla's just kind of on a downtrend right now. Let's draw a little line here. There you have it. That's Tesla. We're in a downtrend. All right, lower highs. Well, that was a low here, so that was like a double bottom, but now we're making lower lows. So we'll just have to see what happens. Let's look at that on daily chart. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. There's a gap here, gap down, so I'll probably see that gap get filled, but there was a gap here as well. That almost filled that gap, so we'll have to see. Gaps are very important. Anything else we want to cover here? Intel had a nice little recovery lately. I know it shot up with the earnings, came down. In the past couple of days, that would have been a nice trade. I hope everybody had a good week trading. But look at these moves from 34 to 35.50 in just a couple of days. That was sweet. I missed out on that one. I actually had that on my watch list and I missed it today. That would have been a nice little entry right here. We could have got $1 a share easy, 34.70. 35.53. Actually, we could have bought it here at 34.48. Okay, so we could have got a dollar move out of that. But we never are here to pick tops, but 35.50 would have been nice target for sell. BP, oil's coming back. Oil prices are going up, by the way. I think it's about $82 a barrel for WTI. And I'm taking a hit. Palantir. All right, they're just kind of holding right now. They're at least in this range, $17 to $20. Is it going to hold that range? We'll have to see, because it's kind of a new range for it to stay in. It was between 14 and 17. Now it's holding 17 as support. So we'll have to see what happens with that. So what's going to happen? We got, earnings are pretty much finished right now, and Zillow made some nice moves, by the way. They've been on a slight uptrend here. Well, a little consolidation here, but for the past, month or so, they've been trending up nicely. If you can see that, look at that. So that's about it. Disney, they're just trending down. They're hurting. Down to $86 now. Earnings are coming out next week, 8/9, August 9th. AT&T, they're hurting down to $14 now. They are just, they got so much debt and they got copper in the ground. They're not looking good at all. Verizon's right there with them. I mean, they broke out of this downtrend, but look, it caught right back in. Now, we made this trend a long time ago. Back in April. And it's staying in that trend line. It's making its way back in. We appreciate you watching. And subscribe to our channel. We appreciate you, getting us to 100 subscribers. And I hope you all had a good week trading. And thank you for watching.